Students, this video is to kind of give you some further instructions about the word cloud assignment that you see here in Google Classroom. It says in this project, you will create a word cloud about you similar to the attached sample, and you'll see those down here. The sample that I have given you is one that I'll open here. It's one that I created about myself, and so you can kind of see the word cloud has words here, some that stand out more than others. Obviously, Heath, Hawkins are the biggest two words. Then you see other words that stand out as being important. Candy, that's my wife's name. Les and Fred are a couple friends. You know, words that describe me, words that are important. And so some of those words stand out more than others. But it says in part 1, to get started, you will open the attached Google Doc, and that's this one right here, Word Cloud Assignment, and follow the instructions on the page. When you finish with the Word Google Doc instructions, you should return here for further instructions on completing the assignment. So I'm going to go to that assignment sheet. This is what you'll open, and the instructions, this is a little confusing, but you just have to trust me and do what I say here. It said, read each question below, and even if the instructions seem crazy, just key the response in the space below the questions. Do not number your words. Do not put commas between your words. If an answer is 2 words, then it should be put together, but capitalize each word like this. So, for example, if you wanted to put police officer, you could not make it 2 words. You'd have to put police officer together and do what's called camel case, which means the first letter of each word is capitalized, okay? So you would just come down here and answer the question. So for example, question 1 says, type 10 words that you think describe your personality. So maybe you want to say kind, space, funny, space, happy, space. Words, again, that are describing your personality, okay? And then after you have done that, question 2 is where it starts getting a little odd. It says, look at the list you just typed and then pick the 4 that you think best describe you and type those words 5 more times. So let's say I think funny is one of the words that best describes me. So I would type funny space, funny space, funny space, funny space, funny space 5 times. And then I would pick 3 more words and do the same. And the reason for that is because when you look at this sample here, the words that are larger, they're larger because of word frequency, meaning the number of times they were typed or the number of times they appeared. And so that's what you want. So you're going to do all of these questions. And then at the very end, it says, when you're done, go back and delete all of the questions, instructions, and titles. The only thing that should be left on the page will be your answers to the questions. So when you're done, you're actually going to delete everything you see here, and the only words that will be left were the words that you used to answer your questions. All right, and so so that's what's going to happen. And then when you're done with that, you're going to come back here, and it says instruction 2. As you're working independently, you will choose, I'll need to correct that in a moment, one of the websites below to create your word cloud. Both do a similar project, but work a little different. You will copy and paste the words that you keyed in the assignment above and paste them in the appropriate place on the website. Then after playing with the website until you figure it out, create a word cloud. You then after playing with the website, then you can redesign it, do whatever you choose. So you're going to choose one of these websites. I like Tengu Cloud, but you may have to use, you may actually have to use Foxfire for that. There's Wordle. There's Tangle word clouds. So you just, and if these don't work for you, you'll need to find one that does. There's even a Google add-on that you can use to create a word cloud if you would like as well. But you're going to have to figure that out. You're going to have to work to get that figured out. And if you can't, you can come in and see me. And then part 3 says you're going to use the snipping tool on your computer to get a screenshot of your final project and turn it in here. So I'm going to show you real quickly. Actually, I think I'll do a separate video on using the snipping tool, and I'll include that here. So you'll see how to use that snipping tool, and that's what you will use to turn in the assignment. But you will need to watch that video on using the snipping tool. Otherwise, you probably will not be able to figure out how to do it.